Are you ready to discover the truth that has been hidden from the screen? Did you ever imagine that behind Soo-kai's sweet smile and the incredible chemistry he built with Seong Yun, there was an untold story that made many hearts scratch, even cry? Today, all the secrets are open. Not from rumors, not from the speculation of netizens, but directly from Soo-kai's own mouth. A frank confession that shook the emotional foundations of his fans. The Chinese entertainment world is no longer the same after this statement circulated. Soo-kai, with his trembling voice and eyes unable to hide the hurt, finally admitted something that he had been hiding so deeply. The decision he made was not without pain, not without consequences. And all this is connected with one name, Seong Yun. The question is simple, but the answer is full of wounds. Why did Soo-kai abandon everything just for the sake of Seong Yun? This news initially blew softly like a whisper of the wind that was reluctant to disturb the peace of the morning. But like a storm that came suddenly, Soo-kai's statement in an exclusive interview immediately shocked the virtual world. Thousands of comments flooded social media. The keyword, Soo-kai Seong Yun, became trending just minutes after the emotional clip went viral. In a quiet room, accompanied only by warm light and a camera that recorded every expression of his face, Soo-kai opened the wound that he had kept for a long time. "I chose to go because I can't bear to see him get hurt," Soo-kai said in a restrained voice. Who would have thought, behind the glare of the camera lights and smiles on the screen, there was such a deep feeling and a bitter decision that he had to take. Seong Yun, who has always been known for her cheerful and passionate personality, turns out to be keeping a very different story behind the scenes. She's not just a coworker. She's not just an actress. In Soo-kai's eyes, Seong Yun was a figure capable of making him feel whole. "He understands me even when I don't know how I feel myself," Soo-kai said as he stared blankly at the window. "And when such love comes, how can one possibly turn away?" However, Soo-kai's decision to drop everything was not a light decision. The world of entertainment is not just about careers, it's also about pressure, expectations, and contracts. Not a few said that Soo-kai's move was very bold, even considered stupid by some industry parties. But for Soo-kai, courage is not about popularity or money. "I'd rather regret losing the stage than regret letting him go," she continued, with reddened eyes. This confession reopened the various moments that had been recorded between Soo-kai and Seong Yun. Looks full of meaning when they are backstage, gentle gestures when they laugh together in between filming, to rumors about their closeness that are always denied with the corny answer, "We are just work friends." But now all the puzzles seem to be coming together. Soo-kai's words became the final piece in the long puzzle of their relationship. "I can't pretend anymore," he said quietly. One of the most touching moments in the interview was when Soo-kai recounted his feelings of guilt towards Seong Yun. He admitted that pressure from the agency, a relentless schedule, and pressure from fans made him stay away from Seong Yun several times, even though his heart said otherwise. "I once made him cry, and it still haunts me to this day." His words touched my heart. Not only the fans were touched, but many netizens admitted that they cried watching the interview. Does this mean Soo-kai and Seong Yun really have a special relationship? This question again strengthened. Soo-kai didn't answer her explicitly, but her facial expression explained everything. Silence is a sign of injury, and every injury has a story. "I can't say it now, but he knows," she said with a bitter smile. The public was made to wonder, is this the end of Soo-kai's career in entertainment? Did he really give up just because of his deep feelings for Seong Yun? Or is it just the beginning of something bigger? Something that can't be measured by popularity or number of followers? A lot of speculation began to emerge. Some say Soo-kai is preparing a project with Seong Yun that is personal, not commercial. Others suspect he will take a long break from the entertainment world to rearrange his life priorities. But one thing is for sure, this decision is not a step back, but a bold step based on honesty and sincere love. Interestingly, Seong Yun himself has not given an official statement after Soo-kai's confession. However, an inside source mentioned that Seong Yun was seen crying after watching the interview. Are those tears a response to old wounds that have finally come to light? Or is it a new hope for two hearts that have been looking for each other but do not dare to unite? This story teaches us that the world of celebrities is not always full of shine and luxury. There is a price to be paid, a feeling to be sacrificed. Sukai, with his courage to admit all, has shown that man, whoever he is still a man. I just want to be someone who is honest with himself. If that means losing everything, I'm ready, he said at the end of the interview. Now, fans can only hope that the story between Sukai and Songyun finds its own way, away from the camera spotlight, away from public pressure. Because in the end, true love doesn't need a stage. It only takes two brave hearts to be honest and take care of each other. And the big question that still hangs over everyone's minds: will Songyun answer Sukai's courage with an equally courageous decision? Only time can answer. But one thing is for sure, today we have witnessed a different Sukai. Not just as an actor, but as a human being who chooses love above all else. But shortly after Sukai's confession shook the internet, the public began to wait for the most anticipated one thing: a response from Songyun. Would he openly reciprocate Sukai's feelings? Or did he choose to remain silent to keep them both private? When the interview was widely circulated, Songyun was reportedly filming a new drama. However, a nearby source, who declined to be named, said that Songyun stopped filming immediately after watching footage of Sukai's interview. He walked into the dressing room with puffy eyes and didn't say a word. One staffer even stated, "We've never seen it like that." He was devastated, but also visibly touched. The incident sparked various theories from netizens. Some believe that Songyun's feelings had been pent up and hurt by Sukai's busy schedule and the pressures of the entertainment world. Others believe that this is the right time for them to turn over a new leaf, together, without the shadow of an industry that demands too much. If this isn't true love, I don't know what love is anymore, one fan wrote in a Weibo comment. Even overseas media began to highlight the emotional connection between Sukai and Songyun as a symbol of courage in the face of public pressure for pure love and in the midst of an unstoppable wave of emotions. A photo began to go viral on the internet. The photo shows Sukai and Songyun sitting side by side on a park bench, wearing masks and casual clothes. The photo was claimed to have been taken a few weeks before Sukai's emotional interview was released. Inside, it was clear that Sukai was looking at Songyun with a meaningful look, as if speaking without words. Netizens also called the moment a gaze that says everything. Many hoped it was the beginning of a new chapter in their relationship, away from the theatrics and demands of the screen, and closer to honesty and comfort. Now, all eyes were on Songyun's next move. Will he give an open response that could be the conclusion to the long puzzle of their relationship? Or did he choose to remain silent, keeping all those emotions to himself and Sukai alone? To be sure, since the day of the confession, Sukai had changed the way the public viewed him. He is not only a talented actor, but also the figure of a man who is willing to lose everything in order to preserve one of the most precious things: a feeling that fame cannot buy: sincere love.